All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Reynolds Coliseum for our post-game press conference this evening. We'll start with an opening statement from Coach Moore.
Just couldn't be prouder of these young ladies. Every challenge that's put before them, they've just stepped up, and it's unbelievable. Off the court, on the court, I'm just so blessed to be around them, okay? And so just very thankful. Obviously, these two, KJ today and every day, she's, like I said, she's our glue. She fills up a stat sheet. She does a little bit of everything, makes plays on D, rebounds, scores the ball, assists, just does it all. Great basketball IQ. And then Camille, every time we call on her, she steps up against one of the best post players in the country, and she did a phenomenal job on the defensive end and then was able to score the ball as well. So, again, great. It's great to have this much talent and depth that you can, rotate and, somebody gets in foul trouble, somebody's having an off night. We got a lot of people that can step in and we don't miss a beat. So it's been a fun ride, and we're excited about what's ahead.
Okay, at this point, we're going to open it up for questions for the student athletes. Let me remind you very quickly, there is no videotaping in the room here. If you have a question, please raise your hand and wait until we get you the microphone before you ask your question. John, can we start right here, and then we'll go there, and then we'll go there.
Yeah, Nicholas Schnicker with the technician. Kayla, today was your last game in Reynolds. Kind of after the game, I saw you looking around at the crowd, throwing up hearts for everybody. Just what did that moment mean for you to be able to stand there with arms around your teammates and sing the song one more time?
Just soaking up the moment, and I've been excited all morning at shoot around. I've just been happy because I want to soak it in. I love Wolfpack Nation, and I love our fans, the energy they bring, and it was just an amazing feeling.
Okay, on the corner here.
Alex Sawyer, technician. Kayla, just how proud are you of what Camille did today on lead defending her?
I am so proud of her. And Coach Moore always talk about next man up, and he get on all of us in practice, but you never know what's going to happen in the game, and she showed it today. You have to be ready. No matter what's going on, just stay ready. And then the opportunity presents itself, and she was ready.
Okay, let's go to the second row there, and then we'll get Jonas on the corner.
This is for Camille. Kind of walk me through a little bit your thinking when Elisa gets the fouls. You come in, and obviously you scored, but you avoided cheap fouls. You didn't let get your team in worse position by the way you played defense. How did you sort of handle that?
Coach Moore always talks about just being ready, and what KJ said, she said, I was ready for that moment. At practice, this is what we do every single day. So when the moment presented itself, I felt like I was prepared enough to take on that responsibility.
Okay, Jonas, and then we'll go next to him to Brett after that.
This question for Camille also. On the defensive end, lead, she presents so much of a challenge. What was your mindset, your approach to trying to keep her off the boards and keep her from scoring as well?
Just trying to keep her pushed up the lane. She has a great touch around the basket. So just trying to disrupt what she likes to do and what she's really good at. That was my mindset, and just to help the team win.
Okay, Brett.
And this is also for Camille. You had a big game at Virginia Tech last year, but because of the circumstances and the fact that it's a tournament, would you consider this your best performance as a Wolfpack?
I'm pretty hard on myself, so I can always pinpoint things that I need to do better. But I'm just going to continue to work hard and just do the best I can for this team.
Okay, up front to Mitch.
Yeah, Kayla, I think you only missed one shot tonight. I think you were 8 of 9 from the floor. What was working for you? Did you just like the looks you got?
Just being aggressive, and my teammates found me in open spots. That was really the biggest thing. IGA Jalen, he always tell me, go in the game being aggressive, being the threat. Either it's rebounding, making assists, making a play on defense, just staying ready and with energy.
All right, let's go across there.
This is for either player. Congrats on the win, first and foremost. But can you just talk about the show that you guys wanted to put on for this Reynolds Coliseum crowd? Obviously, the last game that you guys will be playing here before you head to Bridgeport. I know you guys wanted to put a show on for them. Can you speak on what that meant to do that for them?
Kayla, could you answer that?
Okay. It was amazing just to hear how loud they were and just to leave on that note as a senior. it was a great feeling, and I'm sure all of my teammates could say the same. And to come out with the win like that, it was amazing.
Okay, we're going to go way in the back in the middle there, John.
For other players, just wondering, among all the crowds you've experienced at state, just how would you rate how loud it was today?
Camille, could you answer that, please?
Yeah. It was extremely loud. I mean, you just look around and you see everybody jumping around, like little kids and then adults just going crazy. It just adds to the atmosphere and just makes it a lot more fun.
Yeah.
Okay, any other questions for the student athlete? Okay. John, right in the middle there. If we could pass that up, please. Thank you.
This is for the both of you. Coach Moore was named a finalist for Coach of the Year earlier today. I was wondering, he's kind of bragged on both of you. Can you just brag on him a little bit and kind of what he means to you?
Yes, I can.
Camille, why don't you, Camille, could you come first, please?
Please stop recording.
Coach Moore is extremely hard on us, but it's just because he cares about us so much. He wants the best for us, and you have to know his heart, where it comes from. And his wife, Miss Linda, she's a great woman, and she definitely feeds into him, and he's a great person and coach too.
Kayla, would you like to add anything?
Yes, I love Coach Moore. I mean, like Camille said, he is hard on us, but we know it's coming from a genuine place because he sees the potential in us, and he knows how far we could go. And, I mean, what kind of coach you don't want that's going to push you? And that's what he does. He's pushing us to be the best that we could be. And I appreciate you so much.
All right, you're starting Saturday.
We're going to go back on the left, and then we'll get you.
Congrats, you guys. This is for both of you. Taking a big picture look at the state of the tournament and considering last year's gender equity issues, and, a lot of spotlight on the men's tournament, getting a lot more stuff, having a lot more attention. How does this tournament this year for you compare to last year?
Kayla, could you answer that first?
Yes. It's just a great feeling that they are recognizing women's basketball. And, I mean, it's a step they took, and we just happy to be a part of it.
Camille, do you have anything to add?
I do. Sometimes women's sports don't get the same respect as men's, but I think that they're doing a better job of trying to be more inclusive and diverse in the things that they do. I think, like Kayla said, this is a step, but I think that, there could still be more things in the future for us.
Okay, we're on the second row right here.
This is for either player, kind of a follow-up to the question about Wes. Wes is obviously known for his one-liners and isms, both in post games and y'all have talked about during practices. Do you guys have a favorite one that sticks out in your mind as kind of your favorite little one-liner from Wes?
Who would like to answer that?
I don't know.
Take your time.
My favorite is when he's like, urgency, like you need urgency. He gets low and he's just like, urgency, we need it. So that's
guard the ball. Guard the ball. Other than that, he turned red. I mean, I don't really know. That's it. That's how you know he's not playing. Yeah. So, I don't know.
Jonas, you have a question?
Question for Camille. Obviously, you have your coach and Coach Moore, but I know your dad was here again tonight. He has his Camille shirt on, but he coaches at the highest level in the NFL. What's it like growing up with a father who's a coach? And does he coach you up in talks or just conversations before games or during the season? One of those basketball conversations like with a coach who's a father?
I think there's a difference between him being coach and being my dad. He's my dad first, so he talks to me like any other, parent talking to their child, but also with the experience of being a coach. So there's definitely some coaching, but there also is, father time and just supporting me and wanting the best for me.
Stay over on our right here.
Both of them have unbelievable fathers. So, yeah. And moms.
Thank you.
Don't get in trouble here.
Definitely can't forget about the moms. Follow up for Camille. Can you expound on what you would like to see more done for the women's game? Because I don't think there's a greater platform than this right here than to speak on what needs to be done to continue the improvement that's taking place in the women's game.
Just having support. We've seen in the past when women's games are on TV, people watch them. So more games need to be on TV, not ESPN Plus, but ESPN. Have us on there, give us a chance to perform and show that we're great and that we're some of the best athletes that there can be.
Let's go back to the middle, and I'm afraid this will be the last question for the student athletes.
This is for Kayla. At the preseason media day in Charlotte, you said, the goals have to be bigger than just winning another ACC tournament. I think you said you were tired of just going to the Sweet 16. Now that you're in this position again, like what is the mindset for you now, as for you and as for the team, considering the expectations that have followed you guys all year?
Well, first, like I said, we always take it one game at a time, and then I feel like we're gonna listen to Coach Moore game plan. Whoever we have next, we're gonna listen to him, know the scout, be ready, and just be ready to play ball. I mean, it's not gonna be easy, so it's going out there, throwing the first punch, like I always say, and being aggressive.
All right, that's all the time we have for the student athletes.
Thank you,
Ladies,
guys.
Thank you very much.
Good job,
Good
y'all.
luck the rest of the way.
You.
I hate to follow that.
We will now open the floor up for questions for Coach Moore. Can we go right back in the middle, John?
Wes, how did you like the way, I mean, you sort of touched on this, how they responded? You know, this is a big game. It's an emotional game. You know, they came out and they played well, even when things didn't go well with Elisa picking up the quick fouls. It didn't seem to affect anything.
Yeah, I think part of it, they have a lot of confidence in Camille as well, and they got a lot of confidence in themselves. They feel like we have the depth to overcome that. But, I was a little concerned about it because this is their last game in Reynolds, and didn't know how that would sit with them, affect them. But they just come out and play, and they enjoyed it. I mean, the crowd makes it so easy to get excited and have confidence. And, we went out to eat last night, the whole team, and to dinner. And when we walked out of the restaurant, everyone stood up and applauded. It's amazing what they have done in this community. And part of it's winning. I mean, there's no doubt about that. But part of it, you just saw what kind of young ladies they are. And so everybody's really been unbelievable. So we're just so blessed. I mean, I'm shocked. I look at this place, selling out about every game. And it's just, we're very blessed. And it all goes all to these, these players and student athletes that have, been here 4 years, 5 years, and took it from where we had a lot of empty seats to where now it's just an unbelievable atmosphere, and I think they feed off of that night after night. What's that? Jay Alexander's.
Let's go to Jonas over on the corner.
Coach, you talked about the confidence they have in Camille, but can you just kind of touch on the confidence that she has to come on the floor? She's aggressive right away. She doesn't get, rattled. You said yesterday that you have 7 starters. Can you just kind of talk about her role coming in and just looking the part of a starter right off the bench?
Camille Hobby?
Camille,
yeah. I mean, you're right. She got a lot of confidence. Okay, she and she wants to have a bigger role. Obviously, she will. But how many kids are going to do what she's done? And in the modern times of transfer portals and all that stuff. How many kids are going to sit there and say, you know what, I'm just going to keep working and loving my teammates and being prepared. And, there's been a lot of games that we wouldn't have won without Camille Hobby. So it's just a blessing to have her. It says a lot about her parents and how they've raised her, and a great family, just an unbelievable family. And, again, she has a lot of confidence. She wants to be out there. We were at, I think it was at Virginia Tech. She picked up some quick fouls like she did today, and she's coming out. I'm not very smart. I look ahead too much. I said, Camille, what are we going to do next year when you go out there and get fouls this quick? Coach Moore, I'm just trying to win this game right now, okay? I'm not worried about next year. That's a heck of a point, Camille. Go sit down, okay? But, yeah.
Okay, let's go to the second row over here.
Yeah, Wes, right towards the end of the game, you sent Canadian Crutchfield back out to get that kind of one last curtain call. How important was it to give them that moment in front of the crowd, to give them that proper send-off?
Yeah, I thought KJ and Raina kind of had already had that, but I wanted to get them back out there for a second. And, I was hoping the girl the shooter for them would hit the free throws, and that would have been nice and easy, but worked out well anyway. And they deserve it. Like I said, when they came in here, they took a leap of faith. I mean, we weren't, in the top 10 year after year or whatever. And so they took a leap of faith to come to NC State and to build something. And, first couple of years weren't easy. It's not easy jumping from high school to this level. It is tough. And so, sometimes they don't understand. But what they've done is unbelievable. They deserve a lot of curtain calls. And like I said, I've been riding their coattails now for a few years. And I may need to see if I can graduate this year. I don't know. We're going to miss them.
Okay, John, second row in the middle there. I think you might get some camera time out of this.
Yeah, Wes, you talk about kind of the confidence that they had when Kadane went out. Do you think some of that may have been, you've been in that situation before, just like ACC title game a couple weeks ago, she goes out and you have to have players step up in the moment?
Yeah, I mean, she's done it several times. Last year, due to COVID, Elisa was out, and we went to Virginia Tech. And, I mean, Elizabeth Kitley, one of the best post players in the country, Camille scored 19 points that night. So we all have a lot of confidence in her. And, Elisa obviously is All-American. You don't want to see that happen. And that was one of my fears coming into this game is you got her guarding Lee, and we could get in some foul trouble. And we tried to deny her the ball some so that we wouldn't get in that position where she could attack us, but she did. Of course, again, one of her fouls was diving for a loose ball. She needs to just give that part up. When you're 6'5", it takes you so long to get down there. You're gonna fall on top of somebody. You're not gonna be the first one down. Okay, so she needs to quit trying that. But I just think again, you look at Diamond, you look at Jada Boyd, on and on and on. I think they, in practice this year. Normally I'd put the starters together like at least every other day. I'm not doing that this year. We got a lot of talent. I'm just mixing the teams up every day because you don't know who you're going to be in there with in a game situation. And so they just, again, I think they're, even the freshmen when they come in, I mean, Isaiah James makes Sports Center top 10, so, hey, they all got confidence.
I played Lee twice, and while she got some points, she really was not dominant in either of those games. What did you do defensively to neutralize her the way you guys did?
Well, we tried to mix it up some, trying to three-quarter deny her some and try to keep her pushed down a little bit. And then there was other times maybe when they had an overload situation and we had two guards over there on the ball side, we could help in front of her and we'd just try to keep her pushed up. One of the guards would help, and they were just kind of on a rope. Whoever's man had the ball, the other one would help. And then we had some kids that we just took a chance on, hoping they wouldn't hit shots. And we tried to sag and help on her in that situation. I know probably the fans a few times thought, man, why aren't you out there? But you got to pick your poison, and Lee's an unbelievable player. I mean, again, I said it yesterday, scored 61 against Oklahoma. You got to have a plan. You got to have some options because one thing probably isn't going to work by itself.
Way over on the right.
Coach, you guys have had some huge atmospheres and some big games here at Reynolds Coliseum this year alone. But what did it mean for you guys to have a performance like this tonight, knowing this was going to be the last game of the year in Reynolds and 4 games left on the schedule?
Like I said, I was worried about it. I didn't know how we'd respond. We also had played this team earlier in the year, so I was worried about are we going to be a little complacent, and then I worried about are they going to get emotional thinking about it being the last game in Reynolds and all that stuff. But like I said, none of that fazed them, and the ones that have been here 5 years, they're probably saying, oh, good, I don't have to hear Coach Moore on Reynolds anymore, But I think they just go out and play. They love playing the game, and they play so well together that they just get lost in the moment and don't think too much. And like I said, the crowd makes a big difference. I mean, there's no doubt. That's amazing. It really is. The atmosphere they're playing in right now, it's just a lot of fun. And that probably helps get them a little loosened up and pumped up as well.
Mitch, right up front here.
Yeah, Coach. Your All-American center played 14 minutes tonight, and you almost won by 30 or something like that. We've talked a lot about your depth this year and how it's been great. Did you have to change as a coach to learn how to trust the depth and deeper down the bench more this season?
Yeah, I'm still learning every day, and part of it, what's been nice is most of them are unselfish and are willing to maybe not score quite as much. If you look at our stats from a year ago to this year, most of our starters, their average is down like 3 points a game. But when you got Diamond Johnson out there putting up shots, that's going to happen. She's going to adjust everybody a little bit. So I think part of it is just they made it easy. and I'm still trying to figure it out and learn on the fly a little bit. I mean, just kind of see how the game's flowing. If somebody's picking up a foul, somebody's looking tired, whatever. If we want a teaching moment, maybe there's something we need to point out and make sure we correct. But it's great. I've never had this much depth before. It's definitely been a lot of fun, and that's how you go. 20-1 in ACC games. You got a lot of people that on a given night can carry you and pick you up.
Okay, we're going to get Tim in the back middle, and then we're going to switch over to Zoom for the end of the conference. But go ahead, Tim.
Coach, you get paid pretty well to worry about all the things that you talked about. You worry about going into the Sweet 16. Are there things that you feel pretty good about that you don't have to worry about going over these next couple of days before you head up to the next round?
I always worry. So, we got a great challenge ahead of us, and we know next step's going to be either Oklahoma or Notre Dame. Obviously, Notre Dame beat us this year up at their place, and Oklahoma is playing extremely well right now. So we know we're going to have a big challenge there, and that's what our focus will be on. But as you said, we've gone to the Sweet 16 3 years in a row, well, now 4, and they're not satisfied with that. They didn't come back to do that again. So I think they're still going to be hungry, and we know we're going to go into a hostile environment now. Now it's our turn, okay? These kids, again, they got a lot of confidence, a lot of experience. They've won big games on the road. Last year, beating South Carolina and Louisville, both ranked number 1 in the country, beat both of them on the road. I'm confident that they'll handle it better this time, and we got the depth to hopefully overcome any adversity we might face.
Okay, we're going to try and take a couple. Oh, go ahead, Tim. Follow up.
Oh, I just said thanks.
Okay.
You looking at my taxes or what?
All right, we're going to try now to take a couple questions over Zoom. Chantel, are you there?
I am.
Could you go ahead and ask your question for Coach Moore, please?
Chantel Jennings with The Athletic. Wes, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Saw you give Raina a big hug when she came off the floor for the final time. What has she meant to this program over the last 2 years?
Yeah, unbelievable. On one hand, I'm ticked off that we didn't get her for 4 years. On the other side of the coin, we could have just had her for 1 if it hadn't have been for the COVID super senior rule. So we got really blessed by having her an extra year. Y'all, she's just unbelievable. I mean, her work ethic, when we're doing drills, a lot of kids are just trying to get through the drill. She is trying to get better on that drill, okay? Everybody loves her. You drop her into a group. We had everybody back from the year before. You drop her in. It could have blown up on us. Everybody loved her. It's like she'd been here for 3 or 4 years. So, unbelievable person, player. You can't help but pull for somebody that's, small, vertically challenged like she is, to be able to go out and do what she does. Again, just the confidence, and she's not going to back down from any challenge. And love her.
Okay, we have time for one more question. Jeffrey, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, can you go ahead and ask your question, please?
Hey, Coach, congratulations on a very impressive win today. I know there's always things to correct, but what did you do especially well today that you're going to look to build upon as you head to Bridgeport?
Looking at the stat sheet, we had 16 assists and only 6 turnovers, so that was good. They went and got 4 offensive rebounds, so we did a pretty nice job keeping them off the glass. And, we knew they played zone pretty much the entire game, and sometimes that could be scary if you settle for jump shots all day. We shot the 3 pretty well, 9 for 19, but we were also able to still get the ball inside and score 42 points in the paint. So that's encouraging because we know we're probably going to see zone in the next game, and so we definitely need to build on that as well.
Okay, I'm afraid that's all the time we have for Coach Moore. Coach, thank you very much. Congratulations and good luck moving forward.
Thank you all.
The
Thanks, everybody, for
K-State
being
press
here.
conference should start momentarily.